Good evening, football fans, and welcome to the Mid-Georgia Sports Network broadcast of this week's Westfield Hornets football game as we welcome in the defending state champions, the Deerfield-Windsor Knights, and a rematch and what has become a big rivalry, Coach Farmer. It's always Coach Fowler here, Ken Fowler joined by Rhett Farmer. Rematch again this year of a teams that played twice last year, including the state semifinal game that may have been the game of the year, Coach.
Right, two very close ball games last year between the Hornets and the Knights, and expect nothing nothing different tonight. Both teams off to a good start. What a beautiful evening. We always kind of paint the picture here, and once again, a week where it's just a quaint setting here and kind of fallish, and it's just a classic GIAA matchup that's had some great matchups and great games through the years.
Yeah, we were worried about rain coming into the game last week, but not a concern so much tonight. It's kind of cleared off and burned off a little bit, but it is a gorgeous fall night. Temps in the 70s and dropping into the low 70s by the end of game. Just a perfect night for football. Kind of a maybe a sneak of fall. Maybe you want to call it fake fall, but we'll take it nonetheless.
Right.
But let's talk about this matchup a little bit, Coach. Both teams coming in 2-0 actually have one common opponent in the Southland Raiders. Both were able to handle that team. Also, Mount DeSales with the other opponent, which is actually a common opponent, although Westfield played them as a scrimmage.
Right.
And, played a lot of young guys, and both teams did really. So kind of hard to kind of compare those two games. But Deerfield comes in 2-0, like I said, having two big wins, coming off that state championship. And, Coach, two things that I've noticed right away about the Deerfield roster. Number one, there are a lot of them.
Yeah, they are deep. 64 on the roster. That is, that's a deep roster when you're not even in the highest classification in our association. But obviously what stands out about them is their quarterback play. I hope I pronounced the young man's last name Seals. It looks like it might be spelled Scales. He is a tremendous athlete, Coach Fowler. He makes plays with his arm, obviously, but he makes plays with his feet. We, unfortunately, the Hornets know that from last year's heartbreak in the semifinals. He has a plethora of receivers to distribute the ball to in quality depth in the backfield, and their offensive line is massive, Coach, or at least they look massive with all the knee braces and all that. But back to your point, 64 guys on a AAA roster in independent school football.
That is
a lot.
That's a lot, and in fact, it makes you wonder, like, how many boys in their school are not playing football? Not many. So
well, and there's always scuttlebutt about that. But remember, the count happens basically a couple years ahead.
Coach,
but still, I agree.
To kind of even contradict myself, I wasn't trying to imply anything there. Basically, as you know, winning breeds success, right? So everybody wants to play for a winner. So you can see there as we bring up on the screen Westfield's upcoming schedule. You see us there now in week 3, sitting at 2-0, looking at Deerfield at home. Going to be at Tift area next week, and then we welcome First Presbyterian here for, I believe that's our homecoming game, Coach.
Yes, sir.
And then you can see the rest of the schedule there on the screen as we get into region play, which will be interesting as well. But we'll talk about that later probably. But a tough, but a very entertaining non-region or non-district, they call it now, I guess, in their new league schedule. So, but back to Deerfield again. Just what I was going to mention is that you mentioned it too. Just watching in warm-ups, number of players and size of their linemen, they are a big football team.
Yeah, and I would say as hard as this is to imagine, but I tell you who didn't sleep last night. Not the head coaches, both defensive coordinators.
That's right.
Because both teams are very multiple offensively, and Coach Lee Campbell has his hands full as the defensive coordinator defending all these sets. And I think, is it Craig Rhodes, Rod Murray, or it's a combination of those two long-lasting GIAA names that are responsible for Deerfield's defense, and as among other guys. And I'm sure they probably stressed out thinking about all the sets and motions that Chad Campbell runs. So an interesting matchup in that regard.
Thinking about looking at a lot of sets, it reminds me of trying to defend Alan Lowe all these years. And let me take just a quick minute to kind of offer our sympathies on the passing of his father over the past week.
Coach Graham Lowe.
That's right, long-time successful coach in our league. Westwood, I believe, mostly.
Yep.
But just a good man and a good family, and of course we offer our sincere sympathies to them as they go through this time of mourning. I believe I was hoping to see him here tonight. I know he'll be here tonight, and I believe our old friend Willis Jones will be tagging along. He's going to be here, so looking forward to seeing them tonight. But anyway, Coach, back to the game. We're very excited. So obviously we had a big loss of a player last week, which is going to hurt no way around it. With Stone St. Clair missing tonight's game, that's just. I think he's got 5 touchdowns through 2 games, so that's hard to replace.
And the big question is, and yes, the 5 touchdowns, but I'm concerned that it may be a bigger loss for the defensive side of the ball.
It's like losing 2 players.
With what Deerfield does, because he's such a good defender. When you lose personnel on offense, you can kind of change your MO and say, well, we'll keep it low scoring. But it's hard to take a young secondary guy, throw him in the fire, with that plethora of, like I said, skill guys and Deerfield. Coach, every year Deerfield skill guys look like the 4x400 team.
That's right. So you're looking there at the quarterback stats on the season. Brock's already thrown for 416 yards, and that number's a little deceiving, Coach, because both games we really didn't have the ball a lot.
Right.
Other teams just really wanted to grind the clock, and try to keep the offense off our field. And then we scored quickly. So 416 yards, but his completion percentage is really high. I'm having a hard time saying that. But 7 TDs and no interceptions, really taking care of the ball. Anyway, you see captains going out for the coin toss, and Westfield looking sharp in their all black.
Man, that all black is.
Now you can see the Deerfield quarterback, his yards there. Similar, actually, in yards. Actually, almost the exact same numbers as Brock Johnson, so that's interesting to see. Very similar numbers.
Let's get you some captains for Westfield. Number 31, Jackson Hare. 57, Law Leonard. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. That is Law, right? We've kind of got to memorize by now. Number 4, Jack Doster. And number 7, Thatcher Reddick. Your captains for Deerfield.
Number 14.
Brantley Micklig.
18.
18 is Ben Everett.
5.
And 5 is Greer Morey.
And 9.
And 9 is Lane Seals. Is that
Seals?
how?
I think that's what they said.
Seals, the quarterback.
So
I could be wrong on this, Coach, but I think Seals played some quarterback in a state championship game as a freshman when they lost to John Millage. Maybe
that might be right. Yeah.
When they had a quarterback that was older than him, obviously, when he was a freshman, to get hurt. And so he's a veteran, got thrown in the fire as a freshman at Mercer versus, I think that was the guy. I called that game, but I don't remember his name from years ago, but I think he's almost a 4-year starter now.
Well, we're getting closer to toe meeting leather here, a minute and a half away. So we're getting excited and ready here in the nest. The cheerleaders come out doing their stunts, and here come the Hornets rushing onto the field.
Coach, I just want to talk about the uniform.
They look sharp, Coach. I'm a little worried about reading these numbers all night, though. I had to put my glasses on.
Well, so, if you're a fan of football and big-time Georgia high school football, super big metro Atlanta schools, if you've seen Langston Hughes play.
Oh, yeah.
They have that going on with the color combo. Their old head coach is now the coach at Northside.
Who plays Warner Robins tonight in a great matchup, so that'll be interesting to kind of keep track of throughout the night. So the uniform selection tonight is going along with the theme of the student section being a blackout. You might have noticed the students as they now file off the field, all in their black, just trying to. I said, good night to the Knights, I think is what I said, what the hope is tonight. So
put them to bed?
Something along those lines. I'm not sure.
I would imagine the way we're lining up, it looks like either way we're kicking off.
We won the toss, but I think we might have deferred. So looks like we are kicking off.
Coaching staff looking sharp, going with the black shirts, and some of them with the black shoes. Coach, I got my black on. You're just a simple man, aren't you?
I missed the memo. At this point, 13 years in, Coach, it's just I wake up, put on a green shirt.
Yeah, I know.
I think I could go 3 weeks without washing laundry and have a clean green shirt ready to.
Well, I missed them. When I got the memo that was a blackout when I walked out, and our quad, which we're so proud of our quad here, and I saw the cheerleader sign, the traditional sign.
That's right.
On the quad.
And as you can see on the screen, I was completely wrong. We are not kicking off. We're returning. We missed everybody in the box. Kind of missed who won the toss. We were kind of speculating, and I was wrong. So Hornet offense on the field on the field first. And based on where we're lining up, Coach, I was able to watch a little film. Deerfield not real strong in the kicking game.
Right.
So short kickoff with the possibility of
and he's going to be a little bounder kick. You can see him lining up. He's just even a PAT approach. It's just a short run up, 28.
I'm sure he'll kick it high.
Will Rushton.
The line drive. We got to catch that on the bounce. We do. Is that Hoots with the ball maybe? Dancing for yardage. Going to end up around our own 44-45 yard line, which is great starting field position for the Hornets.
And real big physical block by Molina, 3 for us on the sideline.
So, Coach, I think I've tried to wait here until the last second because I don't want to send out any early intel. But look for the Hornets to really try to be stubborn about running the football tonight.
Well, and I think with the injury situation and the explosiveness of Deerfield, you want to run the ball and run clock.
Interestingly, as big as Deerfield is, they save those big guys for the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely.
They aren't really that big, but they got an odd front, an old school 52.
Yeah, they play an odd. They play an odd front. Noticed that on Huddle this week, and they slanted the first play. Their front slanted, and that's a good physical run.
It is. The safety came down and put a big hit on Hare, but that didn't slow him down much. He picks up we'll call it a good 6, almost 7 yards to leave the Hornets in second, and a long 3, maybe almost 4.
Coach, you talk about, the big offensive line and the smaller defensive line. That's where football's going.
Yep.
Put your athletic guys. You'll even have sometimes what looks like skill guys playing the defensive tackle, or some people call them in that odd front, but they move and slant, don't really sit back and wait.
They send Hare out in motion. He's going to turn and flip it to him. Got to make one mess. He does. Breaks the tackle, gets the yardage for the first down. So right out of the gate, 2 successful Hare plays to Jackson Hare. That's what I was trying to say.
2 successful Hares?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm with you. We are getting old.
I'd be looking for 2 Hares that aren't silver at this point.
Yep. Aging is no fun.
So the Hornets are in
little overset like we saw last night.
Yep.
Trips over, we saw last week.
Going to run it back to the short side, and Harris kind of
that offensive line getting a good push.
You can tell Coach Campbell has really challenged that O-line to come out and really lean on this smaller defensive front for Deerfield.
And you would assume that Deerfield has some personnel packages to kind of beef up the front. But right now, Coach said they have a single-digit guy playing nose. I mean, it's not every day you see a guy number 4 playing a 0 technique.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're, like you mentioned earlier, they're trying to get those guys active, moving right to left.
Yeah,
we got a clock stoppage, and Coach Campbell gets an early timeout.
I mean, 4 and 0 or
this early timeout is probably an indicator how important Coach Campbell believes his first drive is to end up with points, Coach.
I say it every week. Use all 6. It's
Oh yeah, you do. You try last night.
I know.
Last night I didn't know if we'd get home before 9 o'clock, but we did. We got it by 7, and as long as we came away with the dub and the little Hornets,
the larva, the baby Hornets, just
28-6 yesterday. First game for the middle school, able to defeat Stratford, and we got a lot of respect for those Stratford coaches, of course. But it's always a good day when you beat Stratford in anything, Coach.
Coach, you better have a lot of energy being around middle schoolers. And
it's a challenge every day, Coach, but, they keep me young, right?
Yep, a lot of fun. Shout out to them. And saw Coach Ricky Black sighting earlier tonight, and just appreciate him. Man, I'm really impressed with how our offensive line is getting off the ball. It'd be interesting to see the adjustments that Deerfield will make. Will they drop, some more hats in the box here?
That's an interesting set here from the Hornets, kind of two wings, and one of them's a lineman, Coach. Who's the left wing there?
Is that Sammy?
Going to lead up in the hole. Hare's going to bounce. It's green grass. Makes one man miss, but he's out of bounds. He's got enough for a first down. Good vision there from Jackson Hare.
Yeah, I think that extra wing you're talking about, Coach, is Sammy over there.
Sammy
52.
McGee. Yep.
And speaking of that, how much influence will Coach Kenny Campbell have tonight? He may have retired.
He may have retired. It's hard, Coach. When you call a touchdown in the first 3 plays, it's probably time to hang it up. Hall of Fame him right now. Little bunch set on the right. Now they move Hare over to that side as well.
And now there are those hats dropping in the box. Deerfield's not stemmed there, but, Coach, they kind of shifted some gaps there and brought some hats down.
John David Lane in the game, going to get some good burn tonight, or playing time, I should say. Been around the kids too much, start using their language. With St. Clair missing tonight's game. They better be careful sneaking down in that box.
Yeah, they're sneaking guys in the box now. You look at this, it's pretty much six men at level 1.
You're going to have Hoots one-on-one.
Yeah, so they're going to play man out there in space.
Got Hoots one-on-one.
It's clearly man as 5 runs across the formation. Now,
if he caught the ball, they found Lynn Hoots in the middle of the field. A short gain, going to be 3rd and manageable, though. They'll call it 3rd and 5.
Boy, you talk about tailback motion. I mean, obviously Coach Campbell's trying to see, check, that tailback motion and how they react to it in the secondary can give him a tell of.
Which I see a 15 was on the field. Who was 50? Do you have 15 for us? I don't know who that. We don't have a roster, so we're trying to figure out the numbers. We've got little 4 receivers to the right. Lane in motion, but it's going to go back to Hare. Trying to get to the edge, bounce it, tries to make a cut. Deerfield rallies to the ball for no gain there for the Hornets. Oh, they give him a yard, actually, so we'll call it 4th and now 4.
And I mentioned Craig Rhodes earlier, long-time name, and I see him sending the signals in. Now, that doesn't mean, 100% he's DC. I think he is. It could have a guy in the box. They may not. I don't see any headphones. Deerfield's one of those programs, historically, when Alan Lowe was there, they didn't use headsets.
Yep.
And I don't think they use them now. I don't see a single coach with headsets.
4th down and 4, Coach. Hornets are going empty set here. Look for maybe a quarterback. They got Hoots. He's got a seam. He's going to try to bounce it. Now he's back up in the seam. Oh, the ball's on the ground, Coach. Ball's on the ground, but still loose. We got a chance at it. Deerfield's going to recover in the end zone. Oh, man. First down on a great play. The ball gets popped out. And we had a couple of chances at it, but Deerfield ends up on it in the end zone for a touchback.
Coach Brett's helping us out. Thank you, Brett. 15 is Evan Skinner. And Skinner. He doesn't look like a freshman.
No, he doesn't, and they have raved about him coming out of camp.
We're getting a replay there. I don't know if we can get it again one more time, Brett. Sorry, we were talking about Skinner. Oh, when you're kind of getting wiggly.
Here's the replay on the fumble. Yeah.
And the ball's just a little loose when it's kind of not tight to his chest as he's running with it. And you get that with wide receivers. They don't go through ball protection drills as much. They're not as and he just looked like Wynn didn't have it tucked in tight enough.
So here we go with the Knights at the first possession, back to pass. He wants something over the middle. He ends up throwing there and completion.
I don't know.
Number 10.
I don't know who's recruiting that cat for Deerfield, but I know he can play quarterback.
Number 10, yeah. David Hutchins, senior wide receiver. Deerfield got a man down in the backfield.
Kind of grabbing his knee. I don't think it's a cramp. I think he's.
They might be a little early for cramps yet, but on a cool night too, so hope he's okay.
Well, all those big linemen, a lot of them for Deerfield, have those knee braces that you see everybody wearing now.
This is an injury timeout on the field. So this will be our Emory Healthcare timeout. We're thankful to have Emory Healthcare this season as a sponsor of Mid-Georgia Sports Network broadcast. So see trainer Joe Allen standing nearby in case needed, but this young man's going to be able to get up and walk off with, he's putting a little weight on it, so it seems like he's going to be okay. So a lot of the players I talked to over the last couple of days when I said, hey, Westfield wins the game or has success defensively if what?
Right.
They said they really needed to work on containing the quarterback, not letting him get loose.
And that's the nightmares from last year, the plays he made outside the box. It's just his poise. You saw it right there. He sits back there. I mean, he's throwing a crossing route.
And waited forever for it to open up.
And it's hard to get a pass rush because they spread you out.
Yeah, and they're so big, too. I mean, you see on the screen there that their offensive starter is going to run the power play. Spin move there.
And I think that is the young man that they picked up from Southland.
Yeah, which I still haven't figured out how he's eligible, but nonetheless, that's Turner Simmons, number 22. You can see the starters there on the screen. We've already talked about the quarterback and the back and their big O-line there. So Deerfield quick back to the ball, 2nd and 4. Really like now they've got to try to get – they kind of stolen momentum with that fumble recovery, Coach.
Yeah.
Now they want to march it down the field. Quarterback back, got a blitz off the edge. Good catch by that young man.
They just space you out. I watched a little huddle film against them versus Mount DeSales. Was that last week? Yes.
Yep.
And they were in a lot of trips. I imagine that was how Mount DeSales lines up. But their play callers do such a good job in getting sets that space you out and put pressure on you at all levels in the secondary.
Coach Lee Campbell dialed up a blitz off the edge there and was effective, but he just rolled away from it. Calmly found a man sitting on the sideline.
And this is probably a run play. When they attach a tight end, it's usually run.
Finds a little room. Brought down, but a significant gain of about 9 on the play from Deerfield. Catch.
You see Westfield's defensive starters. Stone is being replaced today by, would that be Cameron Staines, some coach at corner?
Probably so, Coach, but I can tell you
number 20.
Word this week in the hallways was there's been a little bit of a turnover on defense, personnel-wise. So, 2nd and short now. Deerfield going to take a chance throwing the ball. It's going to throw that one away. It's down to nobody open. Good coverage there by the Hornets. Going to lead to 3rd and short.
Yeah.
Going to see the replay here and see the good coverage.
And so that's, obviously their play caller feels that, okay, we'll try to get them in a bad matchup in space and maybe hit a big play because we can always come back and they're obviously going to run it here now that they didn't get the pass play. Boy, I don't know how these guys practice this, Coach. They must practice till midnight, all these teams with all these sets. Oh, they're actually –
little boot action. He's got a man. No, he does. We're there. We got to make a play.
That's a great play. That is a great play by Jack Dolster.
Jack Dolster, just an incredible play, reaching across with the offhand like you teach it, Coach.
Right.
You got to figure this is go territory here for the night.
So they just went with the same mentality that they did on 2nd down, 3rd down, tried to play action it because conventional wisdom says they were going to run it, and now they most definitely going to run it. I imagine a sneak.
Yeah, big play here.
That last push.
That last push, which is I found out last year was illegal, but nonetheless, it's going to be a 1st down for the night. Some initial surge there for the Hornets, though, really kind of stood them up.
I think does their cue have to come off?
So the helmet.
Yeah, he's coming off. That's kind of an interesting moment early in this game.
So is that number 6 coming in at quarterback now?
Yes, sir. It looks like it.
Number 6, Cross Mitchell, another senior. Yeah, they are loaded senior class and junior class, actually. So they're loaded in every class, honestly. They've got 60-something players. So 1st down and 10 now on the Hornet.
And it's not 6,
7 or 8 yard line.
It's 22, the running back.
I think they got him from. I think they got him from motion. That one's going back.
So even though we saw 6 come in, it was just different personnel group. Turner Simmons, is that his name? Yep.
Coach, I'll tell you, 22 had a lot to say over on the sideline there. That's going to have to be watched by the officials. So see if that doesn't become something. You can't run on the sideline and be taunting the whole team. We got an illegal shift, they call it.
Well, obviously Seals is back, and when you look at AAA, Coach, and a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't worry about max preps and all that," and I'm just telling you, max prep has been pretty spot on. With like teams and how far they advance and the power rankings. I mean, that algorithm is smarter than us.
Back trying to sneak out. Defense
That's a great play.
That defense is there. That's a well-designed play, and really found that.
Coach Jack Doster is just having a game on the back end.
Watch the little 8 sneak out. He gets bumped, then picked up.
I mean, look at Jack Dosser break, kind of, undercutting that ball.
So that's one of the changes, Coach. Jack Dosser's been moved back to safety.
Right.
So
yeah, we saw him kind of in a linebacker role.
Yeah. Twice now we've seen him covering the ball, a deep ball. So.
But Coach, going back to Max Preps, I found it. It's early, but I like looking at where they rank those teams. In Georgia, they have John Miller's pretty high right now.
Yep.
I mean, John Miller's may be good, but that is a big turnaround to jump that Deerfield team. When you look at what Deerfield's got out here.
Yeah, little AAA action last night as Valwood beats Frederica by 2 scores.
And that is
a hole by Mr. Thatcher Reddick.
Yeah, we got Liam Sexton around the ball. Carter Black.
You can see the replay there.
Carter Black in on the pile. Liam Sexton. This would be a huge confidence boost,
wouldn't it, though,
for the Westfield defense to get off the field here.
Wouldn't it, though?
And I would imagine Deerfield's going to play this as 2-down territory, and unless they get nothing on this play.
Looking to his left, throws it underneath, throws it out of bounds. That's incomplete.
They may punt here. Yeah, he's going punt personnel. We got new bodies running on the field.
So big stop for the Hornets there after the Knights get across midfield.
Right.
After the turnover from the Hornets. And that's going to put the offense right back on the field. Coach, my brother lives in Albany, and he told me that he had run into some he works, I don't know, doesn't matter the backstory, but he had run into a Deerfield player, and they told him that they were really worried about this game tonight because they do respect what the Hornets do as a team. End over end kick, going to be fielded. Made one man miss. I think crowd wants a face mask. I'm not sure they got it.
The do-it-all man, John Lane.
Late, though. Got a late flag, though. Is that John David Lane, freshman? Maybe at the very end. Let's watch the replay here. Lane cuts back. You see the finish?
Yeah, that should be a face mask.
May get 15 on that.
I think, guys, that tells you what kind of moxie John David Lane's got. A freshman with his heels on the 10.
Yep, personal foul in the face mask, so that'll give us 15 yards added to the end of that play. So that'll get us out of the hole a little bit, put us across the 30-yard line. We'll call 1st and 10 from the 32 or 33-yard line. So a little different set here. Do you come back and try to keep the game plan, Coach? Or
I think you're going to see us continue to run the ball because they're not in that 6-man box right now. They're back to their –
Yep.
Well, actually, it is it's a –
just try to get rid of it. Can't catch that ball. Got to let it go. That's a freshman mistake. John David Lane will learn that. So he went to the ground to catch it, ended up taking a 3-yard loss.
And it was – I don't know. Was it tipped? It came out kind of ducky.
Well, the quarterback, Brock Johnson, had somebody in his face and tried to kind of sidearm it out there, and he got there. But you're right, it might have been tipped because it was kind of wobbling, wasn't it?
Well, you get that humid night.
Now the Hornets are behind the chains here a little bit. You saw the quick game. Deerfield down in that 6-man front you talked about, Coach.
Well,
safeties,
22
the corners
really,
kind of replaced the linebacker. Johnson goes to the band, going to run quarterback sweep, trying to find an alley. A ball came out. I think Deerfield got it. They're really swiping at the ball. We've got to really tuck that ball away.
Well,
that's twice tonight. Well, defense comes back on the field, going to have to bow their neck again.
Yeah.
So Deerfield, after a couple of plays, ends up, I'd say, a net gain of about 5 yards after the punt and everything else. They get the ball right back.
Right.
And a team like, and Coach, we don't know how this is going to turn out. And we're still early, so nobody's even scored yet. But 2 turnovers in the first quarter are really,
you can't.
Not the way you want to do it.
Yeah, you can't. Now, wouldn't be surprised. A lot of teams take a shot on the play immediately after change of possession.
Yep.
And
Sudden change, they call it. Yep. There's a snap. Quarterback looking. He fires it deep. He's got a man. Yeah, got lost up the seam.
they run a lot of vertical routes out of trips.
That's number 8, Gabe Daniel, who's I believe his favorite receiver.
So what they're going to do is they're going to make you play the flats with that back wheeling, and they put watch them out in the sales film in any trips to the boundary stuff, because the ball was toward the right hash there, Coach, is some type of wheel schemes and vertical schemes.
Well,
they space the field.
Hornets down early, but Coach, listen, it's gonna pending the kick here. Let's see how this goes. And here comes the snap, and hold and kick is up, and I believe that's through. So 7-0 lead for Deerfield. But if you stay positive here, Coach, you've turned the ball over twice.
Yeah.
You're down 7-0, and now you have the ball, so you're okay. You're okay. Obviously, you need an answer here.
And what's impressive about Seals, Coach, he threw that ball kind of on the run, just kind of floating forward.
He's so patient, and we're not getting pressure with our down linemen without sending somebody extra.
Well, because it's hard to get pressure because you have to have enough defenders to defend in the secondary
when they've got 5 guys in the route.
It's not, right, exactly.
So you're dead on. So let's hear from our sideline reporter tonight, Kyle.
Kyle Tucker down here on the sideline, down here at the Hornet Stadium. Guys, it's been a tough game so far. The Hornet defense came in with a lot of intensity, looking to get some revenge after last year's 2 close losses. But unfortunately, the Hornets offense has made it a hard night as they've had 2 turnovers so far, and we see Deerfield-Windsor up 7-0 here in the early going. They're going to have to do a little bit better than that on offense against this Deerfield-Windsor team. We'll see how they go.
Thank you, Kyle. That was a great report from the sideline there from Kyle Tucker. As we see the kickoff to the Hornets, John David Lane with the ball, and he's tackled at about the 35-yard line.
That's good physical tackle by Jackson Woodham, or Woodham, however you want to say it, senior for the Knights.
So important here for the Hornets, for the senior leadership, and really even a lot of these juniors, upperclassmen that have played a lot of downs, Coach, to make sure they understand, hey, there's no panic here. Let's go out and take care of business.
And you also have to keep it in perspective. It's a regular season football game.
100%.
And you just kind of get better. You got to start now. Can't change the past, but can't lay the ball on the ground.
Keep looking at that one-on-one matchup up there with Hoots.
Yep.
Going to be tough to ignore that all night. But going back to the run game with Hare, makes a man miss, drags a man, and picks up 5, almost 6 yards, Coach. That's something you can always come back to is the hardest Hare runs and the success we had on the first drive. I know Coach would like to recapture some of that. Clearly see no panic in Coach Campbell as a play caller and all of his experience. He's thinking, let's go back to the game plan. Let's execute it, get on the board, and we're good to go.
Absolutely. And that's Skinner in the game for us up top, right?
He was a little freshman mistake. Forgot to look where the ball was.
Well, he's trying to check his wristband.
Knowing where the play's going, a little bunch set. Going to pin it on the sweep to Hare. He's going to now cut it up. Not going to be much there.
And boy, a Deerfield player's helmet snapped back from some friendly fire from his own teammate.
I'll tell you, Coach, Deerfield's really pursuing the ball hard.
They get to the ball,
as you'd expect. But you can't help but wonder if a little counteraction or a little reverse or some sort of maybe a screen out the backside might hurt him.
And we'll take a deep shot off of that play fake at some point.
That's right. So the Hornets have 3rd and 4 now. From about their own 42-yard line. See Ben Holbert there in the slot, along with John David Lane. Hoots is the split end. Holbert in motion. Johnson going to roll to his right. Now decides to tuck and run. Not going to be much there. Give him a yard or two, maybe. Going to be 4th down now and a long 2 or 3.
And
I thought he might have put his head down a little quick there, Coach. I thought maybe we had something a little further down the field, but he's got to make a decision in a hurry. Right. I understand that.
And you see some personnel in here. It looks like we may be going for it.
Maybe. Yeah, there may be an attempt to draw Deerfield off sides. We'll see.
I like going for it early in the season. I'll tell you why. Because at some point in the season when it does matter, you're going to have this play anyway.
A little heavy set to the top side. Let's see if we pull it or not. We'll take that 5 yards, though.
And Craig Rhodes is livid over there, standing on the 48.
I know I've been in his shoes, Coach. You know, it's just so hard to stay disciplined in that set when somebody's trying to pull you off sides and you're over there screaming,
Right.
don't jump, watch the ball.
And if, as a defensive lineman, if they do run the play, you got to get off the ball.
You have to get off the ball.
Because, I mean, it's a power set.
Are they going to get two on you? Staying in that set, actually, Coach. Let's see what it looks like here.
Yeah, and obviously they're bringing hats down in the box. A lot of hats in the box here.
Carter Black and Thatcher Reddick, both as up backs here. Going to be downhill to Hare. Not much room there. We got to stay on blocks, guys. Got to stay on blocks. We'll call that a no gain. Oh, they give him one, actually.
Very interesting, Coach. If you take a photograph of Deerfield's defense right now, you go, where are the defensive linemen?
That's right.
But, I mean, it's –
you know, that trend started 20, 25, 30 years ago when they started safeties became linebackers.
Well, Coach, they call these 5 techniques now, like number 30. They don't call him a tackle anymore. They call him an end.
That's right.
We still call him tackles.
And outside linebackers is that. So a pass set look here, play alpha, play action. Oh, he had Molina, but it's a little behind him, and the contact knocked the ball loose. Going to bring up 3rd and long for the Hornets right near midfield.
And that's a good play by Greer Morey, the safety, a senior.
Greer Mooring, we know one of those.
Greer Morey.
Morey.
This is a M-O-R-E-Y, but shout out to Greer Mooring.
Shout out to Greer Mooring and her mom, Christy, who teaches here on campus. Hope you guys are listening. Hello. Leanne Champion's already reached out. So big 3rd down here for the Hornets. Here goes in motion. Johnson trying to find something across the field. He throws it away. Hornets are going to be in a punting situation, I believe, here, Coach. No way around this one.
Yep, and you know, in this situation, you cannot have a special teams mishap. You got to be clean in that department. So Brock Johnson set the punt.
Ryan Garnto shouting out, "I see you, buddy." Got a piece of that, so it's not going to be roughing, but He actually gets a decent roll out of it. Fans, of course, are wanting the roughing call.
Yeah, the Boo Birds are out.
But I thought he clearly got a piece of the ball there. At least I could hear it from here. Maybe I'm wrong, but so the Hornets do flip the field, Coach, and Deerfield will have starting field position of their own 26. Ryan Garntar says we're biased. No denying that.
Well, I think I'm getting text from Alan Lowe because I lost all my contacts and redoing my phone, and I have a text that says, "Me and Willis expect a shout-out." So that may be Alan Lowe.
Already missed it.
They missed it. I told them we did. I don't know if this is Alan Lowe. I'm sure he'll you the man is what I heard from Alan Lowe, I guess. Well, Alan, I lost your contact after Ken and you misbehave at the coach's clinic.
Oh, my goodness. Let's leave that alone. Simmons gets loose around the right edge, a little stop and go. He's got quick feet. Hornets end up rallying to the ball, but not before he picks up about 15 yards.
And that's the end of the first quarter, Coach.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Okay, good call, Coach. Wasn't looking up. So first quarter ends, Deerfield up 7-0 and starting to drive the football. We'll take a break right here. You're watching Westfield Hornet Football on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
About a merger. This is about the first tangible step for us to take together to build a regional hub of healthcare for Central Georgia. The confluence of research, technology, innovation, and excellent community care is how we'll make an impact together. As we unveil our sign, it's a symbol of the chapter we're now taking together to reshape healthcare for this community.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play.
Welcome back to the Hornets' Nest for Westfield Hornet Football, playing the Deerfield-Windsor Knights tonight here in Perry. Deerfield with the ball and driving from their own 43, thrown out into the flats. We're trailing the receiver. He's going to end up with a really good game, so it's all said and done. Give him about 14. Deerfield seems to have found a little rhythm here, Coach Farmer, and Westfield needs to bow their neck and get the ball back.
Yeah, Westfield's need a turnover. Westfield needs to get their hands on the football and try to strip it, get hats to the ball.
It would be just what the doctor ordered, wouldn't it?
The best way to defend Seals is get him off the field because he's a playmaker, he is a decision maker, and if he gets rolling like most, he's a multi-sport athlete, Coach. I think he plays baseball and basketball. Yeah. I mean, like most of those guys, they start feeling a rhythm, and you're in kind of in a bad situation.
We got a timeout called by the Knights, something they didn't like, and they're set there. Appreciate our viewers tuning in tonight to watch our broadcast here on Mid-Georgia Sports Network. I know there are other games on around the country.
Right. Oh, here we go.
One I have a keen rooting interest in out in Boulder, Colorado, is my beloved Yellow Jackets take on the Fighting Deion Sanderses.
Oh, gosh.
Coach Prime, who I'm glad he's healthy. Glad he's had a healthy return to the sideline. But
two ugly shades of gold going on there. Y'all should have invited Free Shoes University and just had a jamboree. Like old school jamboree. Get that Coach, Vegas gold out there.
I'll say it like this. I know you're not a huge Georgia fan, but that's your leaning.
But I do, and I've told you this, and Braden Head may be mad at me because we talked about this in class today. He's a Georgia fan. And I told him, I said, Braden, I'm not one of those Georgia fans that hates Georgia Tech. I'm actually pulling for Georgia Tech tonight, Coach Fallon.
Good. You should be.
I am.
As happy as I am that Deion's healthy, I have major problems with the way he runs his football program. Okay, back to the game at hand. Deerfield with the ball now on the Westfield 44. Going to run right at the Hornets.
Ooh.
And they bottle that up pretty quick. Get him 3.
Yeah, who was the initial first contact getting off the ground?
Hard to see in there. Thatcher Reddick, maybe.
I think it was
that's
Jacques
Carter Black.
Cartier.
Yeah, so Carter Black tells me in class that we called Thatcher's name a few times when it was actually Carter that made the play.
So single digits. If one of them would wear single digits and one of them wear double digits, it'd work out.
Correct. And they have very similar looking numbers in 2 and 7, and they're both built similarly. So that's what I said, similarly. Simmons lowers his shoulder to finish the run. I think that's going to give him the first down. Thought we might have got a block in the back there, but let's see if we see that on replay. Hard to tell from that angle. Well, I'll say put it like this: our replay screen is kind of small compared to your TV at home. So little trip set into the boundary to the sideline. Ball's on the ground, but they give it back. There's really nobody there. He's going to throw this ball out of bounds. Now, that play really never had a chance.
And did you say that was trips to the boundary, Coach?
Yeah, trips to the boundary.
They love trips to the boundary.
Well, it just got stuffed up in there. That's obviously it's something that Coach Lee Campbell and his defense has coached up this week on how to kind of shut that down. So, got to bring up 2nd and long now, 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Or, 34-yard line. Now it's trips to the field, which is the wider side of the field. Throws it underneath. Just hard to keep up with all those receivers, Coach. Hard to keep up with all.
And that's like you see that kind of pro scheme stuff with the runoff receivers and then kind of a dig underneath. It was a kind of a pigtail inside, basically a square in.
They must start doing 7-on-7 in May and just do it all summer.
I guess they practice too. I don't know how these teams do it all. I mean, Allen Lowe ran a lot of sets, but it was very few plays out of a lot of sets.
Right.
This is a lot of sets and a lot of different pass schemes.
Well, the thing about sets, too, is you can, with your wording, you can tell people where to go. That's such a well-designed play. He just kind of drifts out towards the sideline and then turns his hips and just starts sprinting.
He is so smooth rolling to his left. He looks like a pro quarterback. He's really not rolling to his left. It's just a back pedal, and you can't get pressure. And it's just pitch and catch. The dude makes it look easy.
So that's now 13-0 to Deerfield with an extra point pending. And, Coach, let's not forget, Deerfield gets the ball coming out of the half, too. So we try to run a player on late with Hoots. He does get there.
And this is
he might have missed that kick to the right. He did. So we'll see if that comes back to help us out.
And like we said in pregame, Coach, and earlier in this broadcast, this is turning into the pace that you don't want it to be.
That's right. Yep. And right now the beleaguered Hornet defense just doesn't really have an answer for what Deerfield's trying to do. But let's get back within a score here, Coach, and then anything can happen, as we know. Great opportunity here. Boy, how much would it help to bust something right here in special teams?
Yeah, they need to kind of maybe get to midfield, hopefully, or even, like as you say, get a big play in it. But we got to get something going. You kind of feel this thing where, I'm not saying we got to score before halftime, but we got to get some positive mojo, moving the ball. Not because.
Oh, my word.
I wonder, and you kind of wonder what Deerfield's MO is, because I didn't watch the whole Southland game. If it does ever get out of hand with them, do they just keep chunking or they start running? I imagine it's a little more run than – but with Seals, it seems you can get what you want throwing the ball.
Yeah. So kick goes across the field. It'll be fielded by Hoots, I believe. And we're going to start field position around the 40-yard line.
And that's the beauty of the across-the-field short kick. Even though you give it to them on the 40, it's easy to cover.
So Hornets have the ball on the right hash on the 40-yard line from their own side. Don't need to abandon the run game here by any means. Still just barely really inside the second quarter.
And the story of the night, is Westfield kind of ran the balls pretty efficiently early, and Deerfield kind of made their adjustment. And clearly more hats in the box and begging Westfield to take some shots.
The quarterback run off the right side. Got a penalty, though. That's coming back, most likely. I'm not sure what he's got over here. Coach Campbell doesn't like it.
Yeah, Coach Campbell's.
Usually that would be not enough middle line of scrimmage or something. It is on the Hornets based on the hand signal I saw. Looks like maybe we had a man in motion.
So, played pretty clean against Southland, especially early. Not many penalties.
Right.
I didn't watch the whole Brookwood game. But you can't not be solid in the execution department against Deerfield. These kind of penalties are killers.
Yeah, and you add that with the 2 turnovers, Coach, and that's a recipe for 13-0 early. So Johnson's going to take the snap here. Going to give it on the end around, but I think they got us cornered. Hoots is running hard, driven out of bounds. He will get back to the original line of scrimmage, so give him 5. Just speed alone got him that. Because really, Deerfield played that well, Coach.
Yeah, and they've got speed on the back end, and it's not just speed, it's length.
Yeah, I remember playing them in basketball this past season, and they were a very good basketball team as well. And Coach Hardy was like, everybody they've got is 6'3", 6'4".
It's been that way forever.
No, they're not. Johnson going to look to load up, throw it across the bowl. What a catch! What a catch from Hoots.
Yep.
And Coach, that might be
that's kind of that's the spark you need. Good throw by Brock Johnson. Good protection. Good catch. And kind of now, hey, we're on the plus side of the field. A score before halftime would be big because the Knights get the ball to start the half, don't they? Yes, to start the.
They do.
And obviously, there's a lot of football in this half. Interesting set here. Coach, we're empty with 5 guys on the same side.
He's got to get rid of the ball. Going to throw it out there to Hoots. He's got his man. Some blocking, but they get off the ball. That could be late. That's got to be a good it is.
And Coach Campbell is, as he should be. I think Coach Campbell had 2 things there. Something for John David Lane, like, hey, you need to make a better block. And then he had something for the late hit. But JDL's got to work his feet a little bit and stay with that block. But he's a freshman.
Well, unfortunately.
But look, hey. Nobody cares that you're a freshman, right?
That's right. We're playing in a big game. I don't have time to be a freshman. You got to get out there and make plays, and he'll do that.
Yes, and he's already made an impact on this game.
But after that penalty, the Hornets are in business with the ball at the Deerfield 25, Coach, and it kind of goes without saying, we got to punch this one in.
They got to punch in, got to hold on to it, got to execute. Can't play behind the sticks. Obviously, the field will shrink down here in a second.
Johnson looking to the double move to, that was not going to work. Probably a good idea to throw that one out of bounds. Deerfield didn't bite on the hitch and go there. Trying to find Ben Hulbert.
Trying to give him some eye candy with Ben. He, some reverse motion. He went across formation, came back. You hope secondary people just kind of stare and don't pedal, don't play their key.
Johnson's trying to get to the edge.
We have leverage to Hoots.
Got him.
Yes, sir.
Touchdown, Hornets.
We got a flag back here. That's in holding territory.
Who was there to hold? Is it a hold?
Yeah, because we were Coach Campbell's. If they call holding, he is.
Personal foul. Maybe a late hit on the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, so good.
I didn't know if it was an edge puller or something.
The way Brock Johnson was celebrating.
Boy, that's a great throw on the run. Great route by Win Hoots, kind of on a corner route, a banana route, but it's kind of,
Spider Watty banana?
Kind of a post corner scheme, but it's not, it's not as right angly, but it's basically a corner route.
So we'll see a replay here after the kick, and I think what you're saying, we'll see
it's a leverage route. It gets that outside leverage.
And Johnson just dots.
But when you can throw it on the run, it puts pressure on secondary.
Kick is up and good, so make it 13-7, and Coach suddenly back in the game.
So we motion away, create a single receiver side. And it's just kind of a deep corner. And just leverage that cornerback. So that is a big answer, and I think it speaks to a little character of this year's team. And how could you not have character and want to with the work they put in and the hours they put in the modern game of football?
Well, that gives, and the biggest thing there, Coach, not only does it make a huge difference on the scoreboard, but, Coach, it puts a little life on the sideline. Puts a little life on the sideline. They're trying to feel it now. They know they're back in it. Unfortunately, my Yellow Jackets are suffering a similar fate. Early turnover down 7-0.
Are you guys, y'all and the Buffs, going to resolve who won the national championship? Is this game for that?
That should be a no-brainer, Coach. Look, Tom Osborne, coach in Nebraska. cast a deciding vote in the coaches poll for Georgia Tech.
It's because he
Played,
hated Colorado.
He played both teams. He said,
Coach, Colorado was his rivalry.
Coach, he said after playing both teams, Georgia Tech was the better team, and we were.
Tom Osborne.
Plus, okay, let me back up. 5 downs. It took 5 downs to score. Colorado did.
You have a point.
And Brett in the truck does agree with me, and he is not a Georgia Tech fan.
He's a disillusioned, like, Gata guy, like a GATA. He's a Georgia Southern guy.
Johnson's line drive kick is going to get in the end zone.
And, boy, hey, the penalty that, allows us to kick from the plus side is huge in that situation.
That's right. Pin them deep. Now, hopefully, you can get a stop and maybe get some field position here.
Just a big answer by the Hornets. And is this the deepest that Deerfield's been in their territory all night, Coach?
I would say that's probably true, yeah.
So you're going to have to make a play. But don't give up the big play.
That's
Make them earn everything. Boy, their line is big.
They are.
Big 72.
But Coach, our guys are holding in there pretty strong. They tried to run that straight downhill. We'll give him 3 yards.
72 is Davis Schneider.
And Coach,
the senior.
99 is a big boy, too.
Did you go 99 love balloons?
Another senior.
Cooper Harris. Jeez. These seniors they got. So this is historically pass. Because that some type of multi-vertical routes with a layered wheel route from the back. Yep, and then wheeling the other guy.
Oh, catch the ball.
And that is a big play.
Thatcher Reddick almost comes off with a diving interception.
So that's if we get a stop here, that play by Thatcher Reddick may be the biggest play in the first half. We're running some personnel. Luke Wicker coming off.
So here we go, looking at, let's call it 3rd and a long 6 for the Knights, deep in their own territory. Be a good chance to get off the field here by the Hornets, and with maybe not the greatest punter, we can maybe end up with some field position here.
Now this is basically.
Got a little pressure, throw behind the sticks, and he's going to get there, I think. Oh, he got to him.
Coach, that's such a tough scheme. They go trips, but then they set up back, so it's basically quads. So they go trips and then set a back right off the outside of the tackle, and they just run off and run an out route. It's just, run you all off. It's just obviously the script. You can't defend it all.
And Georgia Tech just fumbled the ball away again. Just not going well for my Jackets, so let's focus on the game here. Downhill run again to Simmons. The Hornets stack him up.
And it's getting a little chippy in spots, as you would imagine in a Westfield Deerfield.
This is certainly a rivalry game for both teams. And there was a little bit of chirping earlier. Deerfield looks like they're taking their time. I guess when you don't huddle, you can take as much time as you want.
You rarely see Deerfield just with 50-50 balls thrown to just one guy like the single receiver side over here. It's always looking to the multi-receiver side.
That's drawn up well. Good play there by the Hornets. That was really drawn up and blocked up well. Going to leave 3rd down and call it 4, maybe a long 3. Well, let's say 4.
Well, they have so many route combinations out of those trip packages.
Sure do.
A little 2x2 here.
Love to see us get an interception here. Find the ball, looking to pass over the middle, knocked down. Had a chance at it.
Is that as it gets darker, the numbers, is that?
I think that's Drew.
Oh,
Yep.
Drew Keller with a big
Keller.
play. That is a big play.
So big stop from the Hornets.
Yeah.
And the crowd's waking up.
Yeah. Uncle Mo, the Hornets feeling maybe a little, you gotta possess this here. And Westfield running some personnel on late. Pat and Lamberth coming on, and Westfield, gets a timeout because they're unsure if they're worried about having
They want to see
2,
them fake
3,
it for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I think they were good, but it's always unnerving. Coach, we know that. We had that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Bobo defensive coordinator on the middle school. You need to fire
Who is that guy?
You need to
Who
fire
is
that guy.
No, he's I hear he's taking over as head coach next year.
Your intel is completely incorrect. You are the head man emeritus. You've been awarded it for life in the Westfield Middle School.
Well, I hope they can fit that on the.
But I will be your loyal right-hand man.
The urinal they name after me when my time is done.
Coach, is the Tech game going that bad? You feel like?
It's no. So that we 7-0. Tech's fumbled the ball away twice, which is unreal. One of them hit Haynes King in the face, I think.
So we got a Pat and Lambert sighting, number 22. Love that number. He and Skinny are out here.
Yeah, so
Evan Skinner pressing this, and then up top, who's pressing those guys?
doubling up the gunners, so to speak. But got to identify who's eligible in the middle of the field for sure.
Well, those numbers get harder and harder to see as night falls.
Got to catch that ball. He does. John David does. Tries to run up the middle. Not going to be much there, but we're going to
Tell you something, man. He's pretty sporty for a ninth grader.
Coach, it's so big that he catches that punt because it's going to roll. The way it's spinning so fast, that ball's going to roll forward for another 20 yards.
I want to know who was out there pressing.
I see 26.
James Moore was out there. Staines. Who's 24? Oh, that's that's haberdashery.
That's Triple H.
Triple H, the haberdashery.
Hunter Habesberger. So the Hornet offense coming back on the field down 13-7. Needless to say, Coach, if we can find a way here.
Find a way. Hey, look.
So Hornets come out in a trips look with Jackson Hare in the backfield, now motioning him out to the trip side.
Boy, and the Deerfield brings pressure.
Oh,
we get a little mesh scheme.
Hoots.
Little mesh scheme. The Gazelle, the 400 cat.
Oh, he gets pushed out of bounds. He gets pushed out of bounds, but it is a great
little mesh scheme.
Well, you got to really see Hoots' speed right there. He turned it on, didn't he?
Hey. Well, I say 400 run, guys. He was the state runner-up in the 100 meters. He used to be a 400 guy. Now he's a 100 and 200 guy.
Just barely gets knocked out of bounds right there. That's tough. But, hey, big play for the Hornets. Ball down inside the 25. Call it a 23-yard line.
Boy, that's hard to defend.
Hornets come out with a little.
Especially when you bring pressure. Coach Campbell got them in a good call. They stunned Coach Fowler, they stunned the linebacker, and it played right into that little mesh scheme.
Johnson really patient, rid of that ball, too, with a man in his face. Going to throw it again here.
And there's that same scheme on the leverage.
Got him on the out route, yep. A little banana route, as you call it.
He's playing the inside leverage, so stick your foot in the ground and run that out.
I'll tell you what, it's only the second quarter, about halfway through the second quarter, but Hoots is going to sleep good tonight, Coach.
Yep.
So first down now, ball on the 12-yard line of the Knights.
And you really, no hurry, kind of patient. I would imagine this is a run scheme here.
I would think so.
Maybe the little quick pitch, the way our backs. Yep, I knew it, the way the H-back was.
Hare running for the corner. He's got the edge, tries to cut it back.
No, that's a good play by 15.
Yeah, it was. Really kind of came in and made a pile, but Hare still gets down to the 4-yard line.
It's a good hard run. Boyd Pollock.
Looks like here the Hornets got on the 5-yard line. Hornets bringing in the jumbo package. Hornets bringing in some personnel, Coach, going big.
Yeah.
Maybe quarterback run here.
Well, you've got Thatcher and Carter in there.
It is. Oh, little fake.
Almost went deep. Now he's just got to throw it away. If he did, it's too late.
Got to throw that away. Got to throw it away.
Oh, that guy kind of played him. That's 3 turnovers. Yeah. And that's a big play by number 5, Greer Moore. We've called his name. So the Deerfield-Westfield game never leaves you unexcited.
Oof. So tough break there, Coach. That's 2 turnovers inside the 10 for the Hornets.
Yeah, if he was going to throw, kind of Booth saying, hey, it looked like the guy in the flats was open. And he was open early. But if you're going to throw that guy in the flats, you got to throw that early.
Got to make the play. Got to make the play.
Oh, and
well, we had that play for a no gain, and the Deerfield receiver has turned that into a problem.
And that's some tired tackling right there.
Yeah. Showing our fatigue a little bit there, chasing the receiver across the field. And that is unfortunate for the Hornets. They had that for no gain. Really well played there by the corner originally. And a lot of hands on hips right now. Hornets going to have to dig deep to try to get a stop here with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the half. Really had a chance there to take the lead, Coach. And
sorry, I was getting my order in. Thank you. Shout out to Ms. Leanna Walton taking care of us in the press box. Yeah, that's disturbing. The field has been flipped.
How heady was that? The quarterback looks up and sees the play clock and calls timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. That's something you don't see in high school football.
I don't know what the young man wants to do. I don't do a lot of social media and all that. It's not my thing. I'm an old guy, but Coach, you've been in this league a long time. I've been in it a long time. Alan Lowe has been in it longer than us, and again, thinking about his family and how long Graham Lowe coached, I imagine that Alan and Graham Lowe would tell you that Seals is pretty good too, that he can play somewhere. Are you a live coach? You're watching the Tech game. But I don't know what Seals wants to do, but I know he can play college football somewhere. He can play quarterback somewhere, but he may want to play some other sport. It's been a long time since I've seen a quarterback in our league.
Pretty heady guy,
just kind of the moxie, and he just floats around. He's never in a hurry.
Haynes King just threw an interception, so his Heisman campaign is being torpedoed.
Did you really think that he was?
No, but I needed him to play at that level for Tech to have a good year. But anyway, so Hornets need to really bow their neck here. We're 3.5 minutes left in the half. Boy, giving the ball back to us on a turnover would be a very timely thing to happen. Stick right there, but Hornets just aren't wrapping up.
We're playing hard, getting hands to the ball. Liam Sexton coming downhill hard from safety.
Just got to wrap up, Coach. Just to get tired. That's kind of the first thing to kind of go.
Yeah, and you're in that territory where where you just got to keep it in front of you. Obviously this is an eternity with their capability, but at least make them earn it.
Needham dropped the ball.
Hey, it looks like a disaster, but at least it's not a score, and the field shrinks. The field does get shorter.
And I don't want to look ahead, and really, we're still right there. It's a one-score game.
Right.
But, we've turned the ball over 3 times,
but
twice inside the 10, and it's a one-score game.
If we could keep them out right here, this would be huge. limit it to a field goal. I don't know. You mentioned some of their kicking game, not as maybe.
Well, he's already missed an extra point, so
Right.
I don't know. What about
This is a run package, obviously. Not that they can't throw out of it.
Hornets have bad. Oh, ball's out, still out. Oh, and the Knights are going to fall on it. What an unfortunate break.
Either way, it's their ball. Even if
It's going to be a big loss on the play, which helps the calls.
was that 68 that recovered it.
Somebody
for them?
came
Good
up.
effort.
Somebody came up and put a hit on the
Coach, you're going to like this last name, 68, Jacob Bogus.
bogus.
I like that. Bogus.
That reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It's bogus, bruh. So Coach, they ran a lot of this scheme, I think, last year in the semis. Well, it's a little different, but this quads look. And definitely.
Got him on the run. Find an open man again. I saw a block in the back. That's there. They got it. Yeah, that referee saw that. That play is coming back again.
And Coach McRae beside himself over there. Both teams kind of getting sloppy and hurting themselves.
Coach, it is eerie how similar these two games are. The Tech game, Georgia Tech has 2 fumbles and an interception. The Hornets tonight, 2 fumbles and an interception. 1-score game, both games. It's crazy. And Tech just fielded a punt inside the 5 for some reason. What in the world are we doing?
That's what happens when you got a bunch of engineers and TI-85 Texas Instrument wearing pocket protector. Sorry, just kidding. My son's a mechanical engineer. I should be.
Yeah, you should be ashamed. You are correct, sir.
I'm ashamed.
And shout out to a couple of recent Westfield grads, Connor Shelton, Matty Holbert, thriving at Georgia Tech. Also, Wilt Leonard, freshman, Georgia Tech. Maybe watching tonight, probably here tonight, actually watching his brother Law.
Right. Boy, you can see that set.
That's well defended
That's
by
a
the
good
Hornets.
tackle by, is that good tackle by Win Hoots?
Yeah, Win Hoots trying to get the player to game trophy already. He's having a night.
Right.
Third down and forever. And you guys can't hear that from the truck, but Brett just said this might be the biggest play of the game, and he might be right. This is getting a stop right here because this will be 4-down territory, I assume, because they are not in field goal range, I wouldn't think.
And you got to feel, I don't think they're going to take a shot. I think they're going to run something to try to make it 4th and manageable. I don't think you're going to see a shot in the end zone, but I could be wrong.
Got to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Got to keep him in the pocket. Yeah, throws that one out of bounds. Threw it out of bounds, so it's going to be 4th and long now. We'll call it 4th and like 19 maybe.
And I don't think they're going to try a field goal, but they're pondering over there.
He missed his last extra point, so we got to keep that in mind. And it hasn't exactly kicked it with a lot of authority through the upright. So they will call timeout. That's a great call from the truck. They'll let it run down. Well, the clock stopped, so there's no point in letting the clock run. Call a timeout.
What a beautiful night it's turned out to be.
This is really turned into a nice night. You worry in the second half with the depth differences in the teams if that'll rear its ugly head. You hope not, of course, but so timeout for the Knights as they kind of try them up with a play. I'm guessing they're coming up with their best play, Coach. I would think they're not going to kick it, but we'll see what happens. But you're looking at a field goal attempt of about, let's call it 30.
So
it's from the 18, so we'll call it 35 yards.
Yeah, I mean, if the ball's on the 18, it'd be snapped to the 25, then plus 10, like you said. So you just pick your poison for Coach Campbell. You can choose to say, I'm just going to cover it because they have to get not to the end zone. They got to get to the 2. You can put guys at the sticks and say, we're just going to keep it in front of us and try to, Or you can bring pressure, but as you know, you bring pressure, you sacrifice something on having all your bases covered.
Now, Coach Campbell has seen the set.
Absolutely.
He wants a timeout, which is a smart play. Somebody I know here on the microphone likes to do that also.
Well, I mean, we're going to take him home with us?
No, I was referring to the fact he wanted to see the set first, Coach,
Right.
but okay.
I mean, Taco Bell doesn't close till like after midnight, Coach. I was in no hurry.
Coldest drinks in town, I hear.
That's my post middle school game ritual. That's my post middle school game ritual, Coach, just to decompress a cold
Taco Bell?
cold Pepsi Cola. That's the only time I like Pepsi after a middle school game. Other than that, it's Coke. So that set was empty. Coach Fowler's zoning out on me with his, oh my gosh. So Coach Fowler, the Knights just went empty. Coach Campbell calls timeout. And what you wonder is, do the Knights come back out and empty, or do they have a different set?
And Coach, what do you do here? You know, I'm not asking you to second guess here, but do you come out and you sit into kind of like a little soft zone?
Well, that's what I was talking.
Or do you come out and?
You
surely don't come out and play man here.
That's what I was talking about. You know, you pick your poison. Do you want to kind of go 5 across on the goal line and keep it in front of you? Because, you know.
Knights staying empty, but I think they flipped the set, but I could be wrong about that.
Obviously, we've gone light in the box, Coach. We've gone light in the box.
We are just trying to really contain the
quarterback.
quarterback.
So we're just trying to kind of squat on it in front of the goal line.
Keep outside leverage. Grab him right there.
And this is where he's just too good.
End zone, and we got that guy.
The guy's unbelievable. I'm telling you, I've never seen. He did that. Seals is just.
And Coach,
I've never seen it in our league.
You're right.
I just haven't.
But it's hard to cover forever. It's like in the yard growing up when you just say just run back and forth till you get open. Because eventually, you'll get separation.
And yes, we're kind of giving Seals all the credit, but his wide receivers know how to run to space and keep working and working and working, and it's hard to imagine watching that and that it's actually going down like that.
So I think they got a missed kick left this time.
Who caught the ball? We're so sorry.
Maybe 5. I could be wrong about that. 5.
Brett, do we have a replay? I mean, if it was 5, sorry to that young man. He's probably like, hey, how about some love to me instead of my quarterback? Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's unbelievable play. So the Hornets got to, Coach Fowler, bear down again and show some grit.
It's kind of a catch-22 here because Deerfield does get the ball come out of the half. You'd love to steal some points here for the half, if you can. It's a minute left. You've got I think we don't have any timeouts left, actually, so have to hit a big play somewhere, but maybe you can get something in the kickoff return here.
Coach Fowler, the legend Frank Malloy here tonight.
I saw that. Yep. Still getting around good. So you'll see this highlights of this game. You can always catch them here. Catch the whole broadcast on Mid-Georgia Sports on replay on YouTube, or you can watch Football Friday night and see some highlights from the game. I think I just heard a score 8-7 Warner Robins over Northside from the truck.
I don't know who to root for that.
I never know either. Coach D's a big Northside guy. Well, that'll be a chance to get some field position. Kick is out of bounds.
Any other scores of note? I mean, we can kind of some big matchups. I think did you have a Pacelli FPD tonight? Was that?
I think that's correct, yeah.
The Battle of the Vikings.
Battle of the Vikings. Both red Vikings. So as the teams get ready to kick the ball off here.
And we have, what else we got going on in the league? I think Stratford was going to Pinewood.
I think I mentioned earlier that Valwood beat Frederica by a couple of scores.
I think John Millage was hosting Tift area. Titanal was hosting George Walton. Titanal naming their stadium Barney Hester Stadium tonight. And in his sequel, which has been, I'm sure, not what the Titanal folks were hoping.
So interestingly here, Coach Campbell has elected to back him up 5 yards and make him kick it again.
I kind of like it.
And this is this a different kicker? Yeah. But, well, no. Anyway, yeah, trying to get something in the return game. I know he's got a couple of new drawn-up plays here for the return team. Good kick from the kicker, but he kicked it to the wrong guy. Twisting and turning, and we're going to end up on the net positive there, Coach.
And you would think we're not going to. There's another flag, some extracurriculars. James Moore on their sideline.
We'll see who that's on.
And that's
I'm not
Liam
so
Sexton.
I'm not so sure that wasn't on the Hornets, Coach. Yep, Deerfield's pointing back him up. So.
And that is not a good penalty for the Hornets. And if you're a coach,
that's one of those you don't want to come back to the sideline.
No, that's if indeed it is on one of our guys over there, that you're probably going to hear about that in a tone that is not going to be very kind.
Well, you felt like you had manageable field position to maybe make a run for it here. We got a personal foul against the Hornets.
Yep.
Offsetting.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay, well, that at least helps. All right, so the Hornets come out in the shotgun set. Johnson.
We do have a tight end attached, so it may be run, and we'll just kind of be resigned to go to the half. We're wiggling out
What
here.
now? Goodness gracious.
Well, we're moving.
I think right now the best thing for the Hornets might be to get inside and get some fluid in you and catch your breath and come back out rejuvenated. So again, the Hornets, and I agree with you, Coach, tight end attached. You usually expect a run here. If you pop one, maybe you get in hurry-up mode, but if not, we are going to throw the ball.
Double move.
Double move it. Now he's on the run. He tries to take a shot, overthrew him, I think.
Oh, man.
That would have been nice.
That was a great job of a reroute by Win Hoots.
We got a cramp issue with Hoots, so it's a cramp for Hoots. You could tell he immediately grabbed his, tried to stretch it. So it's a human night, and he has been running a lot. So you can see trainer of the year, Joe Allen, trying to stretch that calf out for him. Well, Coach, it's, again, you get into the half, you're down 19-7. Still a manageable game.
Right.
Coach, you'll have to get a stop coming out because Deerfield will be an offense. But, Coach, it could 3 turnovers, 2 inside the 10. I mean, and for it to be 19-7, you got to feel like, we playing with these guys.
Well, and
this game could easily, the score could easily be different is what I'm trying to say.
And those kill you. And then the play where the gentleman, reverse field, the big run.
We had it for a no gain, and
the gentleman. Sorry, was it quarterback? I think it was a receiver, right?
Yeah. It was like a smoke screen, and he kind of reverse field all the way across.
Yep, that's a killer.
Hoots walks off, but that's clearly a cramp
and
issue.
You would imagine with Hoots hurt that we will just run it out.
We don't have a 10 on the field, looks like. Reddick jogs on. Still plenty of time. 10 down to 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I think it'll be run.
There's your run to Harry. Bounces it outside. Deerfield's going to rally to it. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And we'll see what Coach does here. He could take it in if he wants to. I noticed he's not. Oh, he did send in a play, though.
I think we'll be going down to the sideline for a report here in a second, won't we?
Yep. So last play of the half, give to Hare. He's going to get a positive yardage here, Coach. Enough for the first down. He's going to stay. Oh, they're going to stop the clock to move the chains. Going to move the chains and then reset it, restart the clock. Or did he get out of bounds, Coach? Maybe he got out of bounds. So the clock is stopped. The Hornets. So Hornets have one more play here as Campbell gets his play in. Empty set from the Hornets. May try to throw a Hail Mary right here. Just gonna put something quick into the flats. See if it can pop. Give about 10 yards. That'll end the half, and as the half ends here, we're going to stop the clock one more time. It will roll again after the chains are set.
And we got Hoots back out there.
Well, that's good to see as the second half. They're going to try to get a quick spike in another play, it looks like. And they do stop it. Did they give them time? Looks like they're going to.
And the Deerfield.
They're going to put 1 second. Looks like he's holding up one finger. So 1 second left gives the Hornets one play with the clock stop. So your best deep shot here from Coach Campbell.
Or you go with something kind of a mesh scheme where you got the old flip it to somebody.
Or,
deep mesh.
So far it's been something easy that maybe just hoping you can break a tackle or two. But Johnson can certainly throw it to the end zone from here. So if you can protect him, maybe you. Coach, I remember a couple years ago, Johnson threw a ball from the 50 in middle school on a dime down the right sideline to this very corner for a touchdown. Therefore, looking to bring a little heat right here, I think. They do. Johnson rolls to his left, loads and fires. It's got the distance. It's going to be an interception, and
now we got a tackle.
Now we got to make a tackle.
Because we got linemen.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah.
He's out of bounds, and that's going to wrap up the first half. Here to end the half. Let's hear from Kyle on the sidelines.
All right, Knights up a dozen here at the end of the first half here at Marvin Arrington Stadium. Turnovers has been the story so far this first half. Costly mistake by Brock Johnson as the Hornets were regaining momentum, and almost another mistake there after an aggressive throw to end the first half. But don't go anywhere. Stick with us through the break, because based on the way these games have been going, it's going to be a close one going down to the end. We'll see you in the third quarter.
About a merger. This is about the first tangible step for us to take together to build a regional hub of healthcare for Central Georgia. The confluence of research, technology, innovation, and excellent community care is how we'll make an impact together. As we unveil our sign, it's a symbol of the chapter we're now taking together to reshape healthcare for this community.
mess up this corner monster's face.
just moved his stand, so. Here, I'll text you.
Yes, sir.
About a merger. This is about the first tangible step for us to take together to build a regional hub of healthcare for Central Georgia. The confluence of research, technology, innovation, and excellent community care is how we'll make an impact together. As we unveil our sign.
Welcome back from the halftime break here at the Hornets' Nest. As you see the opening kickoff of the second half, the Hornets kicking deep to the Knights, trying to reverse field now, and he's going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. Coach, maybe you caught that number there. I did not see it.
Liam Sexton getting off the pile.
Jackson Hare also on the tackle.
Yep, Jackson Hare.
So out of halftime, Coach, you got to believe part of Coach Campbell's speech was to, let's take care of the football. I mean, we're moving the ball, just got to make sure we take care of the ball. We're going to see maybe deep into our bench a little bit because I know we still got some problems. I can see Winhoot still on the sideline kind of stretching his legs. So we're going to have to kind of battle through that and battle the deeper bench of the Deerfield Knights. Throw a little swing pass, double pass.
You can see that's a double pass coming out to get-go.
Well designed, and he's going to score there. And that really just is a backbreaker there for the Hornets. There's a trick play right out of the half from the Knights. And you can see the gloating and showboating all the way down the field there from big number 99.
So they go with kind of a little back and forth motion with the back and kind of get your eye candy there. And it's clearly the first pass is backwards. And so the first pass has to be backwards.
The Deerfield coaching staff there really had kind of that one had saved up probably for just that particular situation. Coach, I'm going to say, these officials have called a great game, first and foremost, let me say that. But they need to get some of this toning under control or it could lead to a bigger problem here as teams get tired.
Right.
And tempers starting to flare. So we'll see, just keep an eye on that the rest of the way. So that makes the score 27-7 Deerfield, and a score, honestly, Coach, taking nothing away from Deerfield. They've played great, but maybe not be reflective of the actual way the game is going.
Yeah.
Considering twice inside the 10, the Hornets have turned the ball over, once on a fumble into the end zone and once on an interception thrown into the end zone.
And then we've given up big plays.
We have. You just feel like things could have gone a little differently, and this game could be a lot closer. At least a one-score game, I would think, if the turnovers being the huge difference. But, things to watch as the game progresses. As Hornets, I mentioned, are battling some cramps and some fatigue. We'll have to pay attention to the tackling and execution.
Right.
on offense. So Deerfield set to kick. Got to kick off. This one's going to go to, who's that, Hoots with the ball maybe? And he's got a little room to run around the left edge, but he's finally brought down at about the 34-yard line.
So you have a talented football team when you can execute that scheme that Deerfield just did and make it look so easy with the motion and the double pass. I mean, you know, they're just deep at skill position. So if you're the Hornets, you know, I think you're not – I mean, obviously you want to win the football game, but you're kind of in that mode right here where you got to work on you.
Yeah, and you got to remember, sometimes you lose the battle, but that doesn't mean you've lost the war. It's a longer season. You mentioned this earlier, Coach. But you never know. You know, get an answer right here. You stay within 2 scores and, you know, try to hang around to the end and make a play. And there's Hare with a little burst through the middle, getting him about 8 on first down.
Good tackle from the second. That's a good run. And secondary guy coming down here. 5 is just a player. That's a good run by Hare. Good blocking up front. But 5 on both sides of the ball has just really had a good ball game. Greer Morey. I think right there, that first play right there shows you that we're working on us.
Yeah.
Not trying to get it all back, just trying to establish something.
Looks like another run set, and it is. Johnson pulls it on the zone, and he runs up the sideline, tries to tiptoe the sideline, and maybe have a Deerfield player with cramps
Number
now.
15 for Deerfield came off Gimpy. He was the guy flowing, trying to make the tackle on this.
Was there a flag on the play? I don't see. Yeah, the chains are moving, but the players aren't. Okay. We got an injury timeout. This will be a Emory Healthcare injury timeout as they tend to the Deerfield-Windsor player on the ground. Looks just to be cramps. It is a cooler night, Coach, but it is still humid. Let's not forget.
And there's been some rain this morning. That field gets soggy.
Rain this morning, and the field's wet, like you said.
Old calf cramp.
And let me give a shout-out to Coach Lefford, our AD, and he's our primary, let's just say, greenskeeper here of our field.
Is he Carl Spackler?
I don't know, Coach. I don't know if he takes that as a compliment or not. But the field remarkably looks better even from last week. It's been we did a redo kind of on the field, on the grass, on the turf over the summer.
And those wide lines with the painter. Oh yeah. I mean, those lines look so good.
We've got the great robot painter now that Coach Leffert keeps a close eye on. But that's a generous gift from our booster club, who does so much for the Westfield athletics and all of their sponsors.
Phil looks good this week. That the W kind of, you on the redo. What did you say they did with it?
It's like I'm on
scraped it or something.
Basically, they scraped all the grass off, and kind of reseeded it, or I don't know. They didn't re-turf, like it wasn't like a laying of turf.
Right.
But it really does it's starting to really come in good. That might have been a little miscommunication, but Johnson's going to keep it and lower his head. And number 5 wisely goes low. And then he gets up and wants to flex a little bit, which makes no sense at all, but okay. 2nd down and 5.
Still a little something brewing for the...
Yeah, got something working. You just got to find a way to get a score, a stop, and a score. If you're within 1 score, Coach, it's anybody's game.
Absolutely.
You see Carter Black jog off the field, and got Ben Holbert coming back on. It looks like Evan Skinner also in the game. John David Lane. Somebody's on the wrong side. We got a penalty. I think we may have 12
1, 2,
on the
3,
field.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we got 12. They're going to get us for 12.
That's going to put us back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
And that happens with personnel packages.
And you got some guys that haven't played a lot. They're having to get some playing time, and sometimes that leads to mistakes. We had, like last night in our middle school game, we told our kids going in, hey, you're going to make some mistakes. We're going to have to live with them. And we did.
Well, there's a time where we had too many on the field.
Oh, we were moving, but they're going to let us get away with it.
And you see all those hats to the ball those Deerfield defensive linemen, they get off the ball and come upfield, but then they reroute on a perimeter play and run flat. I mean, they're just super athletic on defense.
They are, and and I don't know how much they've subbed. Maybe not much. I don't know, but they've got a lot of bodies to sub if they need to. So,
I mean, Coach, Luke Ivy, number 4.
he's at nose, right?
Right, he's a nose. I don't know how much you
And
weigh. I don't know how much you weigh.
I'm gonna guess Luke is about 5'10".
175.
Yeah, somewhere in that in the field. Quick toss to the hair coming off the right side. He's got the edge. Good gain on 3rd down. That'll put us in go territory. 4th and long. Let's say 4th and 2. Coach Campbell gets his play in. 4th and 2, obviously a big play here for the Hornets. Need to get that 1st down. Coach, as experienced as we are as a team, you still have 2 freshmen getting significant playing time.
Right.
Go downhill to Hare. He's going to bounce. Got to find the stick. Coach, I don't think he's going to get it. They're going to stand him up. That's one of those situations there. Some immediate pressure forced the bounce, but maybe should have cut back inside, but it's easy to say that in hindsight.
Yeah, that's a big play by the Deerfield defense.
Actually got a pretty generous spot, but it's still going to be 4th down, I believe. First down the other way. So the Hornets here, like you said, still a lot to play for. We got to keep your head up and play hard. A lot of ball game left, really. I don't mean to sound dejected. We got over a quarter and a half to play. Thrown out into the flats.
And Coach, they came right back to the kind of the same action that looked like the double pass.
Yep.
It makes those secondary people now really sit back.
Right. Thatcher Reddick ends up making the tackle there. The Knights taking their time getting the play in, of course. With this kind of lead, you're going to let the play clock run down.
It's they have not thrown to their tight end at all attached tonight.
Running the football there to number 12. He's going to have the 1st down.
They scored against Mount DeSales last week on a little throwback kind of.
Number 12, a sophomore
to their tight end.
Juan Hutchins. Knights taking their time again.
You can clearly see 9 Seals kind of reading the defense.
Kind of run off right side, and Coach Zach using that big line to just kind of lean on the tired Hornet defenders a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good run by 12.
Getting a good push.
Juan Hutchins again.
They're going to bring in big Caleb Andrews to try to hold the line of scrimmage a little better. They'll leave them 2nd and short here. I don't know if Deerfield would take a shot here. It'd be a good time for it if they wanted to, but up 26-7 might not be the play. That depth is really starting to show for Deerfield. So run the ball again there. He's going to change direction in the backfield. Not much gain, but it was enough for a 1st down. As a stack of Hornets driving backwards. So going to be a 1st and 10 at the Hornet 43-yard line when they kind of reset it. Coach, today at the in the high school, I know you teach a high school class, but you spend most of your time primarily in the middle school building.
Right.
We had the yearbook dedication.
Right.
yearbook this really for the past school year.
Right.
Dedicated to a long time and faithful Westfield employee and Westfield graduate, Angie McKinley.
Right.
So congratulations to Angie and
Absolutely.
her family. Sweet lady.
Yep.
Long-time Westfield teacher.
Just a kind spirit.
Absolutely. Her family was there for that honor for her, and be there for her. As you see the yellow flag on the field. Should back up Deerfield a little bit here.
Yeah, the start of a school year is always exciting, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that going on, and you kind of pause to remember the year before, and congratulations to
Yeah, and a big
her
congratulations.
family.
Yeah, absolutely.
She and her family.
Didn't mean to step on you there. Congratulations to her, and also congratulations to Miss Kathy Stubbs and last year's yearbook staff.
Right.
For Coach, I had a chance to look through it. Just a great job putting together the yearbook this year.
Absolutely.
Got a picture of the building we're sitting in on at the front, Coach.
Yep.
The Hornet's Nest.
Right.
It's got the big press box.
Some words about the Hornet's Nest
Right.
and kind of what it means to everybody. Just that idea. It's a good tackle by. Is that?
We got a penalty. I think that might be on the Hornets for 15 yards.
Good
Maybe Banks Reddick with some extracurriculars there. And I think they might have caught the second act, which is the unfortunate part. But,
They always get the second guy.
They get the second guy, and I'm not saying, look, we were the guilty party there. I got to own that. We got to own that. But it's been chirpy all night. That's where it's going if we don't get control of it.
There's not much love lost in the rivalry, and then when you have kind of an interesting game with a lot of what ifs and kind of emotional plays and emotional turns back and forth with turnovers and the big plays, it kind of lends itself to fuel that chippiness. And this is where he's so good.
That one's coming back on a holding call, I believe. But Coach, he's you've called it. The quarterback is just plays it just kind of looks like he's just half speed, and then he makes something great happen.
Kind of hanging out and can flip it on the run.
Yeah, it's getting a little late this game with all the stoppages between the so many passes and the penalties and the timeouts and everything else. The game just keeps starting to drag so much. It's like now Deerfield's going to their sideline for a timeout call, I assume. Maybe we got an injured player. I'm sorry. That's going to be another Emory Healthcare injury timeout, but the Deerfield player is jogging back now to the huddle. Looks like he's going to be okay, so this will be a short one.
He's going to find some scores on.
I can tell you that Georgia Tech and Colorado are tied at 10, and Georgia Tech is driving with seconds to go in the half, in case you were wondering.
I mean, this is a score of note for, our classification as we'll play Calvary out of Columbus later. They and Mount DeSales are 14-14 in the third quarter, according to Max Preps. Perry 7, Houston County 6, fourth quarter, according to Max Preps. Now, often Max Preps can be.
Also an interesting score. Perry looking to bounce back from a tough loss last week to Peach County.
Right.
Perry off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but you got to figure with that talent, they'll get it going shortly. Got to fake the jet there as the quarterback has all day in the pocket to throw. Looks deep over the middle to another open man, and just absolutely, that was a clean hit. They're going to call, but it's just not.
I don't even think that was leading with the crown. That was just him getting there at the right time. And
I thought it was forearms to the chest, which is perfectly legal. I can't see who the
that's a big hit by Jack.
That's Jack Dawson.
I mean, that is as big a hit as you'll see.
Well, that's Jack Doster, so that's a tough break for the Hornets on a play that, in high school there's no instant replay.
I Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it. It's
You're
it's
seeing-
shoulder, but it's that helmet that gets right up under the chin. Boy, I mean, it's a football play, and it's
Well, what you see a lot of times in high school, and we have the benefit of a replay. They do not. But what you see a lot of times in high school is, it looks violent, therefore it gets called. So I'm a little confused. What's going on with the first down chains? I don't understand. Why is it not? Okay, not automatic first down. I'm hearing. Okay.
according to Max Preps, George Walton 22, Tatnall 7 in the third quarter. FPD 31, St. Anne Pacelli 7 in the fourth quarter.
I don't know what to think about that score, Coach, because I know FPD's really good. So is Pacelli maybe taking a step backwards? I don't know. Now 12-7 Hoko over Perry.
John Millage 42, Tift Area 7 in the third.
Yeah, John Millage sounds like that may be real good, Coach. Got the wheel route from the back. He overthrows him, though. 5:22 left in the third quarter. The Hornets trailing 26-7 to Deerfield.
No Stratford Pinewood score, just as in progress, I'm sure.
Georgia Tech takes a 13-10 lead going into the half. Just a heads up. With 3 turnovers. So.
But obviously in the world where everybody knows everybody, somebody knows a Stratford score. I just can't find one.
Give goes to Simmons. He gets bottled up.
Host the Hornets. Landon Gillis, 25, getting off the
Good to see Landon getting in there. It's good.
Thatcher. Landon played really well last week.
He did. He did. Talked to his dad before the game, and he was excited to see Landon get in the play. He said he held the chains last week, so he got a good view of the of Landon's debut start.
Always appreciate those parents holding the chains.
Third down now and 11. Knights are going to throw again. He's got his man out in the flats, but he falls, and he wasn't going far anyway. So it's now going to be fourth down, and be interesting to see what the Knights do here because they're out of field goal range and kind of in no man's land. It's probably go territory. It looks like they will keep the offense on the field. So fourth down and 11, maybe fourth and 10. I can't tell with the way they're holding the yardage marker or the down marker. Excuse me.
No 2x2 set.
How about a pick six right here for the Hornets? Yeah, we're getting some screams for holding out of the bleachers. Goodness gracious alive!
Yeah, it's just.
Coach, the thing about that. The thing about that play there is just the absolute arm strength. I hate to throw that one on the line.
I'm just telling you, Cat. I hope. I hope when I Google his name next year, it'll be on some college roster playing quarterback. Because
tough though, you can't cover forever, man. You
can't.
And yes, you can argue that maybe there's a holding to not.
Well, and you got to give props to the receiver, coach. You see the play he makes with just. His toes right there.
Becomes a little bit of a scramble drill when he rolls right, They try to run the ball there. That's going to get eaten up.
And that's
trying to see who the first man there was, but it's hard to see the numbers.
And he's kind of banged up. I was trying to see his number to see who made the tackle.
It's a cramp. Yeah, they're stretching his calves immediately. I didn't see who that was. Tell you what, the defense just feels like as we've been on the field all night.
Yeah, for sure.
But another Emory Healthcare timeout as we wait for the Hornet player. Yep, getting up now. Coach, is that Luke Wicker maybe? Or no? No, Sammy McGee? Hard to tell. I can't see the number.
Let me get you a number here. I think that's Sammy.
It's walking like Sammy, yeah. He's walking like Sammy. You can tell he's just cramping. You can tell when they get that calf cramp because they get up walking on their heel.
Yep.
I think in other college football action, Auburn is up on Baylor by a couple scores.
Hmm.
There we go. The Knights get the snap. He's going to look back to his right. Throws it behind his man. Would have been a nice one to pick off there off the tip, but that's one of the few errant passes we've seen the quarterback throw all night,
Right.
Coach.
He'll get not. What's the word? Casual. Sometimes he skates the pocket and sometimes you can get a little not lazy. I mean, just kind of casual with that short pass right there and not lead the guy appropriately. Throw it behind him. But that's about the only knock you can say on his throws tonight.
We're going to turn a little play action here. Finds a man wide open. Number 7. I don't know who you got number 7 there, Coach.
Number 7 is Mangum Pippin. Mangum, MANGHAMPIPPEN.
I think
Mangum Pippin.
I feel like maybe he had a sister that played basketball or something, because I remember that last name.
He's a junior. Brett has got to give me an ear pad.
Oh, yeah? Struggling?
It's all good, though. We appreciate Brett.
Extra point is good. Pushing the score to 33-7. And the game has just slowed to a crawl. 2:45 left in the third quarter. Just a lot of stoppages for cramps, a lot of stoppages for timeouts and incomplete passes. So I just got word that my family, by the way, my girls, Hannah and Hillary, home for the weekend. Very excited about that. So glad to see them. First time they've been home since they moved in over in Statesboro. So glad to have them home. My family is at home watching. My wife, Sheila, who is worrying me to death about paint colors here lately. And my wonderful mother-in-law, who's graciously allowing us to live in her house until we get things worked out with our current living situation. But anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. Love y'all.
Oh.
And Sheila, just pick out some paint colors and leave me alone.
Oh. Oh, my goodness.
See the kick there from Deerfield goes deep and bobbled. That's not shaping up to be a good. Oh, okay, stepped in the end zone. That's a break.
Oh, well, the ball just broke the plane, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a break.
That is a break.
That is a break. Because we were going to have a hard time getting that back out across the 20. Coach, who you got tomorrow, Texas or Ohio State? At Ohio State.
What's the spread?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, who's the favorite?
I don't know. Call it a pick 'em. Both teams are ranked in the top 5.
Where's the game?
Columbus.
I'm going to go Buckeyes.
Okay, good. Okay. I feel like Texas is going to win because Buckeyes graduated a lot from their national championship team last year.
That makes sense. So it's probably a bad pick by me.
But
it's the
it's the highly anticipated well, I guess it's not a debut, but, the latest Manning, Arch,
Right.
takes over in Texas at quarterback. Give there goes to Hare. Got room around the right side. Tries to get to the sideline, gets pushed out of bounds, but a gain of about 15 on first down. We'll take that all day.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's hard to repeat. Can I change my pick?
No, you're locked in.
Jeez.
I've already taken it.
Golly.
Georgia debuting their season tomorrow with Marshall, the Thundering Herd,
Right.
and some really, really tough scheduling there by the Georgia AD.
Here we go, folks.
That's okay. Tech's got Gardner-Webb next week. Johnson taking a shot, but I think he overthrew his man. He did.
I didn't know Gardner-Webb played football. I'm sorry if you're a Gardner-Webb alum listening.
Well, I hope they don't play much next week.
Where is Clemson LSU?
That game is in the real Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina.
Why is that the real death? Because the ACC school?
Because I think Clemson's going to win, and by the end of the season, Brian Kelly's going to get fired.
Ouch.
That's just my hot take here on air.
And Deerfield stunts a linebacker.
They do, and they picked a bad time to do it. Hare runs the ball, give him. I thought he fell to the spot. Oh, they did give him the spot. That's a first down. First down all the way out to the 45-yard line. Hare fell hard, kind of on his elbows, but tough young man. Enjoyed having Jackson in class again this year.
Right.
Teaching the seniors for the first time in a while.
A
little government action.
He's kind of quiet, right? I remember when I talked to him, eighth grade.
Yeah.
He's kind of quiet, unassuming.
Very much so, but he's excited about the game tonight.
Absolutely.
I knew, kind of thought he might have a little bit more of a featured role, and he has. Right out in the flat, he's there. Oh, take a little off.
Yeah, we got to hit that little waggle, almost like the old school waggle, B flats.
Yep.
Had it leveraged. We got to hit that, but a little pressure.
Clock is running. I'm not sure if if it's supposed to be. It's stopped now, but late substitution, trying to give Hoots a break because I know he is absolutely gassed. He's going to sleep probably until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Down he'll give to Hare. He's going to look for room.
That's
bounces,
a good run.
Cuts back again. Really good run, Coach. Still fighting for yards.
And good ball protection. You see Deerfield defender trying to get a hand on it and rip it out.
Coach, I will say something back to the Texas-Ohio State game. Ohio State has lost a ton of talent.
You're going to try to make me feel good about my pick.
But they still have what might be
they still have that receiver.
Best player in the country.
What's his last name? Smith? Who's the receiver?
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith. And, Brett reminded me, Caleb Downs might be the best defensive back in the country. Trying to throw with the back shoulder there.
Yeah, and this Hoots and Johnson kind of off on the timing of the kind of.
We got something on the far sideline.
Could be a sideline warning.
Might be a sideline warning. Yep.
Coach,
all over that.
Listen, and Craig Rhodes is over there hot. Earlier he was kind of hot at his guys on that stunt play, and that's why the guy's been coaching forever. And he's, he's had a good career because he's intense all the time. You can't change the level of intensity.
I'm going to repeat the words that I heard come out of your mouth yesterday.
I love it. That's what I'm saying.
So if you're not coaching just as hard when the backups are in, then you're not giving them credit.
That's right. You got to coach them as hard as the other guys.
You're not being fair to them if you don't.
That's right. And that's why people say, Nick Saban's coaching.
There's Hare
He's
again.
Yelling up 50 points. Well,
I'll tell you what, here, and let me be clear, there aren't many backups in now. There aren't many.
No. This
is still a lot of starters for both sides. Mostly starters.
Well, I'm just saying, good coaches don't coach to the scoreboard.
No, I was correcting myself on that, but Deerfield, I almost called Deerfield Southland, but I'm sure they appreciate that.
Right.
Anyway, Deerfield's having problems, stopping the Hornet run here late in the game. They're probably getting a little bit tired themselves. Now we've put together a long drive.
Kind of interesting front over there.
Flip the set, maybe that quick pitch again to the back. Oh, we're going to go downhill to zone. I
Boy,
think Johnson
they
might have misread that one.
Schemed that one up well. The Deerfield defense.
Not sure that was zone at all, so I
Yeah, I
shouldn't say
think
he
they
misread it.
adjusted their front to kind of the look away from the back, which I haven't been paying attention to much lately, how much they're moving around.
And with that play, Coach, that's going to wrap up the third quarter here in the Hornets' Nest. As we end the third quarter, Deerfield's on top, 33-7 over the Hornets. You're watching Westfield Hornet Football on the Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
About a merger. This is about the first tangible step for us to take together to build a regional hub of healthcare for Central Georgia. The confluence of research, technology, innovation, and excellent community care is how we'll make an impact together. As we unveil our sign, it's a symbol of the chapter we're now taking together to reshape healthcare for this community.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm gonna play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoyed.
Yeah, so welcome back into the Nets to start the fourth quarter. As Westfield has mounting a drive here, and Coach noted a second ago, it is starting to rain, mostly just a light sprinkle, a little bit more than a mist.
I'm glad I'm inside.
Glad we're inside, that's right. That kind of explains the humidity and the cramping a little bit, doesn't it? There's Hare again, going to bounce it right, cut back up, finish the run. He's really doing a good job running the football, Coach, and the line's blocking a little bit, kind of blocking on the perimeter.
Right.
So it's a good sign. It shows character, doesn't it? When you're down, the game's maybe not going. It hadn't been our night, but we're fighting to the very end here.
Yeah, Carter Black, good job blocking in there at that H back. Number 2.
Yeah. Offensive line's been doing work tonight with Maddox Davies and Smithson Rigdon and
Lawyer Malloy,
Leonard and
Law Dog,
Banks Reddick out there and Caleb. I probably missed somebody, but nonetheless, good job to all those O-linemen. Quarterback keeps it around the right edge there for a first down Hornets. Yes, I'm going to pick up here on air with a conversation that Brett is having in the truck, and I just overheard it, talking about these college football games on Friday night, and I absolutely agree with his sentiments that those need to end. Like, let's stop taking attention off of high school football. You know, I don't know, it may not have affected so much tonight's game, but when you got teams, then tonight you got teams like Auburn and Georgia Tech and Colorado and Baylor and teams, not to mention several other smaller teams that are playing tonight. Those are eyes off of local high school football games and people that aren't paying a gate to get in or watching on Mid-Georgia Sports.
Right.
But I'd like to see that end as well. I'd like to see college coaches kind of unite and kind of say, you know what, we're not going to do that to these teams that need our eyes. So, but I know money drives it all, Coach. As you see here go
yes,
for a
it
short
does.
game.
What is the score in the Tech game?
It's halftime still. Takes up 13-10.
Oh.
I think Auburn, last I checked, was pulling away a little bit. 17-10, maybe not pulling away. Take that back. So I know Auburn has some quarterback issues, or at least concerns, going into the season. So the Hornets now with 3rd and 7. You'd like to think it's probably 4-down territory here. Johnson going to go straight ahead to Hare again. Going to get kind of caught in the backfield. So maybe give him 1.
Number 6, Cross Mitchell, on a good play. As well as the Deerfield D-line kind of holding their ground.
Hornets looking over to Coach Campbell to get the play. He's trying to work a little clock too, it looks like. He's going to call a timeout to talk about it. So you're going to get a timeout here from Coach Campbell and his Hornets to try to get in the right play to pick up this yardage on fourth down, trying to get a first down. So the hope is, Coach, and I know the message from Coach is going to be, yes, we certainly did not play well enough to win. You can't turn the ball over 3 times. We were just out of the gate behind.
Right.
At that point, you get behind and you're having to get away from your game plan and running the football, and it starts to pile up on you a little bit, and that's maybe there's other teams listening that are saying, well, that's what Deerfield does, and that may be true.
Yep.
But I think the message here has to be, you played about as bad as you can for almost all of the first half. The Hornets got hot there kind of the start of the second quarter.
Right.
Scored, got the ball back, and then almost scored again to take the lead. And I think that might have made the game a completely different game from there if we could have made that happen. But we didn't.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you're back down 2 scores again, and it's kind of piling on. But I think the message has to be, hey, let's get healthy. Right,
for sure.
We'll see them again in the playoffs. If you're gonna have a chance to win a state championship, you're gonna have to go through Deerfield, and I think that could be said to every team in the state. John Millage, Valwood,
you only have
Frederica, whoever it is that's left in AAA that's a competitor, that's a contender. It's gonna go through Albany to win it.
Right.
There's a pass out to Holbert, and a little bit of moisture on the ball probably makes that slippery. I don't know if he'd have made it or not anyway with the defenders there, but that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Hornets. It just kind of sums up the night for the Hornets, Coach.
Yeah.
Just hadn't been our night.
You talk about just where do you go from here? I mean, you just have to see it in its context of they're pretty good. We haven't played well. We're kind of banged up, but it's when that grass turns brown late in the season, it's just like it's almost like you don't even remember this part of the season. It's just a whole different season in a sense, and so you just kind of got to keep that. Don't get too up or too down. Don't get too high on the good moments. Too low on the bad moments like tonight. Hornets will bounce back
For sure. I forgot who we have next week. I know we play FPD in a couple
we play
weeks.
Tift area.
Tift area.
Then we play Tift area.
Okay, that's right. So thank you, Brett, from the truck. That is, we're off next week. I knew there was a reason I couldn't remember who we played because we don't play anybody. So we're off next week. Then we go to Tift area. So
and then we'll have FPD, right? I believe.
Yeah, that's right. And so the schedule, obviously, there's no. You can't look down the schedule and say, oh, well, that's one we can count on.
You can't take a deep breath and relax because it's then you're talking about a Brookstone team that's down the line that's very much improved.
For sure.
And they were obviously quality last year. Brookstone was.
So the game continues on with the first down there. Ticking down close to 8 minutes left in the game. A lot of clock stoppages tonight, Coach. Really has kind of drug this game out.
Yep.
Little bad snap there, but gives it underneath, and that's going to be eaten up by a host of Hornets. Can't see who the first Hornet was, Coach.
Just Drew Keller getting in there. I think that was Drew Keller in there.
We've mentioned that these jerseys are hard to read. It's, like you said, especially now that they're all getting wet and sweaty. And
I think Sammy McGee.
Deerfield content to keep the ball on the ground and just burn some clock kind of mercifully here. There's the run to the sophomore, number 12 again. The Hornets ripping at the ball, but can't get it loose. They got him stacked up. I'd like to see a little quicker whistle there in a game like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
to kind of avoid injury, but.
One would think that Deerfield would run it here, and I think they are. I think they do have trips. They may go with some of their little quick passing scheme up top. That back was the guy in motion was coming forward at the snap.
And they go get the first. Well, he gave up ground, and he still got the first down, looks like. So
From this angle, that did not look like flat motion, and that should have been a penalty.
yeah, I think at this point, everybody's kind of mailing that in. But first down for the Knights.
Hope it stops raining when I need to walk to my car.
Yeah, Coach, I'm looking out the window. It is still kind of a mist. I park close enough. I should be mostly covered the whole way. A good tackle there.
Yeah, who's that?
Came knifing in there.
Oh, let's see. Get a number of these. That was Carter.
Carter Black.
2.
Yeah, Deerfield, Coach, may not be really. It's hard to say anything negative about their offense as well as they played, but really, it's their offense is very predicated on that quarterback and their pass protection.
And he's got some dudes to throw to. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so many guys that
for sure
have made plays.
And they can just max protect. But it's been a little. Let me back up. Let me rephrase this. I have been very pleasantly. Surprised is not the right word. I've been pleased with the way our D line, who is significantly undersized compared to their line, has kind of
As you see, Caleb Andrews coming off the field just made that play. Was in on that play.
Been able to withstand them leaning on us a little bit. So
I have Caleb and AP Euro. What a nice young man.
yeah, I miss his older brother Seth too. Hadn't seen him in a while. Lost a bunch of weight, looking good, doing some bodybuilding competitions. The guy is just impressive.
Yeah. I know how he feels. Yep.
Yeah.
Work out tonight when I get home.
Yep. His case was he's a long way from when he and Tanner Roberson and Andrew, my son Andrew, used to come over to the house and coach. There goes the food in the pantry.
Oh wow! I bet. Who we got out there? Any newer numbers?
It's like the same old crew. I see Patton Lamberth down here with
the general.
Yep, Patton Lamberth down here with
Evan Skinner.
Evan Skinner, that's right. They're jamming the gunner on the near side. We'd love to see the Hornets put together one more drive and get a score, Coach, just to kind of feel good. It's that end over end kick again. Now watch what it does when it lands. That's why you got to catch it. That's why you got to catch it. That's tough one to catch there, but
who is 14 for us, Coach? Gray McConnell.
Gray McConnell. Oh, okay.
Oh,
good,
Gray McConnell.
Good for Gray getting in on the action.
I think. I'm 99.9%.
Well, we'll see if I can catch him with his hat off. I don't know if. Hearing the name Adam Chalmers from the truck, and saw Adam giving some motivational advice on Facebook. Oh, Sammy was confused. I thought we were splitting him out for a second, Coach. I was like, what are we doing? But, yep, do have first sighting of Court Pearson. Getting a little work. Court going to take a shot across the middle, and that's not the start he wanted. Let's see if we'll. Good tackle there. think Court's going to learn about.
There are flags everywhere.
I don't know on who. I don't if it's us or them. I can tell you that I thought he was hurt, but I think he was given the acting award of the year, the acting performance of the year there.
And they threw the flag. I mean, I'm talking about
Everybody.
the officials threw them as high as they could. It was raining flags.
It's going to be after the play for sure, so it's not going to change the result of the play. But it's going to be, I haven't seen anything. It's evidently on us. They're marking it off, but I have yet to see a call.
I mean, was it a late hit? There
It
was
was like a dead ball personal foul on the Hornets. Well, Coach, is it at the rate it's going? We'll you can turn off the Mid Georgia Sports broadcast and go right to Football Friday Night.
I was getting near my bedtime.
So there's a run around left edge. We got a hold that time. Yep, got a hold on the Knights. So a lot of laundry on the field here in the last few minutes. Play's getting a little sloppy from both sides. A little chippy. They're really going to have to kind of step up right here and make sure we get out of these last 3 minutes unscathed. I'm sure we're going to see Deerfield just hand the ball off the rest of the way.
Right. Oh, that is a big hit and a good tackle.
On the hit, we got who? Thatcher again.
Thatcher.
Yep. Thatcher plays, you know it. You saw the replay there on your screen. Still playing hard. I think we might be looking at the wrong stick up there. Throwing it.
That's a little interesting.
Yeah.
But, just getting.
Let's find a way to stop the clock again. That's right. Slow, slow, slow is the pace of this one. Down to 2:05 left in the game. 3rd down and 10 for the Knights, deep in the Hornets territory. Dances around, but he's gonna only get a couple of yards, leaving 4th and 6 or 7 maybe. The yardage, the down marker is wrong. It says 1st down. It's not. It's 4th. Clock inside 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to kneel on it.
That would be the classic thing to do. They are in a kind of a weird victory-looking formation, aren't they? All right. The clock stops at 1:20, so depending on what Coach Campbell wants to do, he's going to about wrap it up for the night, I think. As they turn it over on downs, Coach, just to kind of reflect on the night. In the first quarter, I believe it was the opening possession.
Right.
The Hornets convert a 4th down, but fumble on about the 7-yard line. The ball gets kicked around into the end zone where the Deerfield falls on it for a touchback. Later, around actually, I'll back that up. Hornets have the ball on about their own 35 and fumble on a carry and give the Knights the ball with good field position. And then in the second quarter, the Hornets are driving down 13-7 inside the 10, and we throw an interception in the end zone. And that's kind of the story of the game. From there, the Knights have kind of taken over. Yeah, that's Jackson Hare again, and it's kind of some quietly has stacked up a big night here. No pun intended. Wake Forest 10, Kennesaw State 9 with 2 minutes left.
And I believe Kennesaw State. Who's the new coach at Kennesaw State? You know, Bohannon guy.
Bohannon's on the staff at Georgia Tech, actually.
Right. Bohannon.
Unjustly let go, I'll say.
I agree.
Pass from Pearson across the middle on the drag. It's not going to be much doing. It was
to win.
Yep.
Good ball by Pearson.
I think it's safe to say, Coach, I know we came up on the short end, but I want to shout out from the Hornet side. I want to shout out Wynn Hoots for player of the game.
Right.
Coach, I thought he had a great night, battling through cramps all night long. You know, obviously he was kind of the focus of the offense without St. Clair here. Pearson takes a shot to Hoots.
Just needed a little more air underneath it.
Yep, and that's going to wrap us up. From the Hornets Nest, as always, here at Mid-Georgia Sports, we want to thank our sponsors. And thank our Westfield Booster Club as well, Westfield School, Emory Healthcare, obviously one of our key sponsors.
BCI Insulation.
BCI Insulation. And we will be back with you in 2 weeks as we travel down to Chula to be exact, to take on Tift area. The Hornets will make corrections in the off week and come back ready to go. You know they will. And, Coach, look forward to getting a shot at this Deerfield team, possibly in the state playoffs. So from the Hornets Nest here at Marvin Harrison Stadium at Ronnie Jones Field, you've been watching Westfield Hornet Football. They take it on. They're on the short end tonight, 33-7 to Deerfield-Windsor. For Coach Farmer, I'm Coach Fowler. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Mid-Georgia Sports.